And we're recording. Okay. And we'll just stop her there, because there's another minute of it and we don't need to go through all that. Hello, everyone. It's been a hot minute. Did you think this campaign was dead? You're right, it was. But I have free time, I have random friends available, and we're going to get back into it. Welcome back to Ultra Q Bazaar. I'm your GM, Grayson, and with us we have two very lovely new players. Who wants to go first in introducing themselves?
How are we introducing?
We can do character introductions and name introductions, or we can just do names. It's kind of whatever, man.
Yes, my legal name is Aaron. You're allowed to call me not Aaron in the comments.
Not Aaron is a friend of mine we'll have a good time with, and he is joined by the wonderful Alex. Say hi.
Heyo, that's me, I'm Alex.
Alex was in a one-shot that Sarah ran, and I was just like, hey, do you want to do this? I have a Sunday free, so here we are. And we're back into the wonderful world of Ultra Q Bazaar. Our main cast has been taking a small vacation after, nearly dying in the mountains violently several times. But just because a person needs to rest does not mean mysteries are away. A new cast joins us, new characters, new mysteries. And we're going to start off at the wonderful Central City Expo of Science and Industry. It is a small fair that they do year to year, showing off new technologies, new sciences. They'll do sports demonstrations. It's kind of like an event for the whole city. And there is a small laboratory in the back of this campus where a man is sitting there working at a chemistry set. And there's beakers bubbling, lights flashing, and he is hard into his work. His eyes are laser focused in. And he is like, he's watching as he's slowly pouring in a beaker flask into another, slowly mixing some formulas. The reaction inside goes from a neutral state, bubbling and bursting forth, activating briefly in a chemical reaction before settling. Delight covers his face. He goes, "Yes! I've done it! Perfect!" And while this happens, behind him, the door to the laboratory opens. Shadows wait outside. He turns around, whipping his head towards this entrance like, "Who are you? No. You shouldn't be here. No." And there's a sound of smashing glass, a struggle, and a strange cry as liquid spills onto someone. And then we're going to bounce to the next day of sorts. And who wants to talk about their character first? Introducing character time. Huzzah.
I'm willing to go first.
Sure.
Unless you'd rather jump on the pyre first.
If I had more than 10 minutes with this man, I would love to, but you please go ahead.
Alright, I will go ahead. I'm going to be playing Urashima Kuji. Urashima is a person very androgynous and not really caring how people perceive them anymore. A person in sort of their early to mid 20s, not that you could tell because their hair has already gone completely gray. They are not in great condition.
Mm-hmm.
They have fairly recently dropped out of college on account of the terrifying visions of things that have not yet come to pass that haunt their every waking hour. We live on the knife's edge, and at any moment the breeze could knock us off, and no one else sees it.
I love this.
That is brilliant. And with you knowing those visions of something terrible and horrible, living on the knife's edge, um, is that did you embrace the mechanic on that part, or go away? Okay, let's see.
Yes.
So at the start of the mystery, we're gonna do premonitions. You're going to roll a weird check for me. But before that happens, why would you go to the Science Fair and Expo, Science and Industry Expo here in Central City without having a vision yet?
Normally, probably wouldn't. I imagine Urashima has not left their apartment in too long. But got just like a vibe that they shouldn't be there right now.
That's a fan.
And thus departed over to the nearest place that would have multiple people and thus be less likely for them to be the immediate victim in whatever horrifying thing is going to happen today.
Fair enough. Roll me that weird. A mixed success. Okay, so you're going out, you're like, I can't stay at the house, something bad's gonna happen, I need to be out. And you make your way to the Science and Industry Expo because there is just absolutely a huge crowd of people. Aaron.
Yes.
I was in the middle of narrating. It's brilliant.
I wasn't. Oh, okay.
And you go out because, like, if there's more people, like that premonition will get better. You'll be like, that vibe gets a bit better. You're not going to be as worried. And you step out and you see the glorious expo building they have for the convention center, the main piece de resistance of the entire campus, which is this giant, big glass square box with, like, windows wrapped around 3/4 of it. That's like an atrium on the inside with gardens. You can see there's a whole bunch of displays and small things. People are just milling about. And you see it briefly in its wonderful, glorious splendor. And then a headache starts to form and your vision blurs, and what is replaced with this beauty and, like, peaceful kids running around and everybody excited for the festival is replaced with shattered glass and bent iron, people screaming in fear and in pain, and the sounds of something big groaning as the sounds of what almost seem like footsteps march away. But it's there for a moment, and then you blink, and you're back in sunny day, middle of the start of this festival. So yeah,
that's a good start to a day.
I mean, you don't get any real details. You just know that something bad might happen here, and it's better that you're here than not. But Do you head into the big building? Do you go out and explore the various grounds and smaller outlying buildings and things of that?
Uh, yeah, I think going to kind of take a lap around the building.
Okay. So,
I'd say mark the exits, like try to figure out what the ways out of this building that is going to shatter would be.
going to maybe shatter. Um, there's a big set of them in the front. There's smaller side ones on the glass big atrium area on the sides. There's just some traditional more doors towards the back where it becomes more of a regular building. And you're walking around. There's several buildings. There's like this is kind of like a convention center mixed with fairgrounds. So like you can see where there's like farming of the future away, and you can hear the faint sounds of animals snorting and sniffing, and the faint but unmistakable scent of manure and animal poop. There's a couple of different fields where they're doing some track and field demonstrations. You see a couple of sporting areas. But the newest thing of this section is in the back, just off of the main building. Central City is one of the first cities to embrace the new trend of skateboarding. And there, amongst everybody, is one dude in particular. Aaron, please introduce your character.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tony the Hawk, but my full name is Tonathan Porter.
Tonathan Porter?
Tonathan Porter, that is my full legal name.
Tonathan Porter,
Yes.
1960s skateboarding legend.
You see, there was a misprint on the birth certificate. It was supposed to be a J, but the hook got snubbed.
Tonathan
So
Porter.
Tonathan. Yes.
Tonathan Porter, Tony the Hawk. Are you at the skating rink? Or are you somewhere else amongst the science and industry fair?
I am actually just going around absorbing the sights. I am a newcomer to this country. I have done very little research into where I'm actually going, but I did learn enough of the language to not die, hopefully.
Oh yeah, no, there's plenty of people here who speak English in this wonderful city that is...
And he was very surprised by that, because he had a whole little thing ready, like a little tiny notebook of when people started speaking English, like, oh, well.
Yeah, so I have not built any lore around the fictitious central city, but for sakes of simplicity, we'll say it's kind of like how Hong Kong is for China, in the sense of this is a major trading port city that had a lot of more American rule post World War II. So it was built up that, so it's got more English built things into its bones. It's still very Japanese in some places. It's still but it's more of a mishmash. So you have a lot of fluent English speakers. So you're like going around trying to find things, and people are like, oh, what are you looking for, bud?
Yes, and he was very taken aback by that.
Yes.
No, he's fine.
So you're here taking the sights, walking around. You see the gigantic main hall for the convention area. And the Science and Industry Fair sign is stretched across. And people are milling about. It's very big and impressive. You're not quite sure what it is, but like, heyo.
Huh. Neat. Just admiring the things, and he is not skateboarding on the property because he's not sure if that's allowed. So, but he does have it on him, just carrying it on the side.
And you have your skateboard and you're looking on. And a dude walks up by and goes, "Oh, hey, are you here for the skateboarding competition? Let's burn him back."
There's a competition?
Demonstration. I believe that's the right word. Yeah, competition. If you just go around to the back of the building, you should be fine. Just be careful, you know.
Yeah, but like, thanks, sir, and like do like a half bow. You kind of practice, and then I just fucking goofy run.
He just chuckles and like pats you on the shoulder before you go. No worries. And you go back around the building, and you do see it. So it's not a very like by 90s or modern standard impressive skateboard rink because this is 1960X, but the fact
Yeah,
it
of
exists
course.
is a thing. And there's some dudes that are doing like board tricks skating back there. There's some kids around. It's like you're in between things, and there is just this one guy who's like overlooking the entire facility. Anxiety is etched into into their bones.
Poor man. But he's gonna go, whoa, there's one staircase. That's way more than we got over in America. Yeah. And then he does a fucking ollie.
Okay, I need you to roll me, Aaron. Um, I need you to roll me a cool. I want to see you do this. Let's
Okay, so
go.
I just click this,
So there's a dice button here next to the stat number. You click that.
and do I have a forward?
You do not have a forward with this, no.
Okay, so it's a 0.
Yes, it's a 0. Mark an experience. You go to do an ollie and you land roughly.
Cool roll, Tony, short for Jonathan Porter, the Hawk.
And immediately just
Immediately eat shit.
First day on the job.
and that does catch your attention, Hiroshima, because it's not quiet.
That's
Oh,
the danger of
staircase
wheels.
crack.
That's the danger of wheels. They roll out from under you.
And then I just lift up my face like, good times.
Good times,
Ow.
good times, yeah, good times now, good times until you die from a traumatic brain injury at the age of 25. That probably won't happen. That's probably not the timeline we're on. You're fine.
How loud is she muttering?
Oh, you guys are right next to each other, so you're hearing all of this.
I just like look up at you from my still prone position, my skateboard slowly coming back into frame and hitting me in the chin. It's like, what's up?
Sup.
Hey! and then I get up and dust myself off. What's up? You here to skate?
No. Oh, God, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, suit yourself. More of concrete for me to eat.
Yeah. Why would you want that? You have a little blood on the lower part of your face meat.
That happens all the time. I didn't stick my face to the sides and like snot rocket a blood nugget out.
As you do
Happens all
that,
the time.
I shouldn't have done that. But as you do that, a person comes over with a couple of bandages, like some nurse, and she's like patching your nose up, like, "Are you okay? Like, how many fingers am I holding up?"
How many are they holding up?
3.
3.
Okay, you're good. You're fine. Here's a bandage. We don't.
Oh, thank you.
We already had one break. We had a break in last night. We don't need somebody like dying out here on the concrete pad. She pats you on the shoulder.
Who broke in what, man?
She points over back towards the back part of the campus, and she's like, chemistry building. One of the scientists over there was doing some work late night. No one can find him. The janitor came in first thing to clean up for the start of the festival, and the whole place looked like a hurricane had gone through it.
Whoa.
Don't be silly. There's not going to be a hurricane for 2 more months.
Yeah,
She-
these east winds are pretty tubular, man.
The nurse looks at you and goes, "Okay." But in any case, just be careful. Something's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, don't worry. American concrete's a lot harder than Japanese concrete. I'll be fine.
We got this shipped from California.
Oh, that's why it tasted familiar.
Are you
She just
something of a concrete sommelier?
she just shakes her head and walks away.
Well, I mean, I broke my arms, on it enough, yeah. I don't know what a
Why do you
sommelier
keep
is, but it
doing
sounds tight. Like, it's fun.
So what brings you to this educational expo?
I heard it was cool, and I really wanted to get away from home for a while. I was kind of getting bummed out. Everyone kept forgetting about me, even though I was standing in the middle. It's like, as soon as like 4 more people showed up, I was invisible. It sucked.
Is that why you smash your face into concrete repeatedly? Is it a cry for help?
Not on purpose.
Hmm.
Just kind of happens.
Subconscious
watch, let me
self-immolation.
Like, watch this, and I do like a standing kick flip, like.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it. He actually does do that, which is slightly impressive considering he just face planted into the concrete.
Is
Tight,
that how it's
right?
normally supposed to go?
Yeah. Don't worry, I already broke my ankles enough to get used to it.
What?
Yeah, skateboard's kind of hard. You break something here, you dent something there, you get ran over by a dog here. It just happens.
Wait. What was that last one?
Yeah, run over by a dog. Chihuahuas are mean, man.
How does a small dog run?
Don't you know that old
Cute.
saying?
Cue the color flashback to him skating along the street, and a truck just plows into him, and there's a chihuahua in the driver's seat.
And then we pan back. It's like, don't you know that old saying? It's not the size of the fight of the dog, it's the dog fight. Wait, how'd that go?
But with that knowledge of something happening in Hiroshima, that little nagging in the back of your head of this is where it started, it's already begun. Can we stop it? Is it too late to stop what's happening? Is back in that back building area.
So what you plan on doing?
Honestly, I think they just are staring intently at that building. And Tony's question goes directly over their head. And then I look at Tony
Into
and
the building.
the almost blinding number of death flags that coat your entire existence is oddly reassuring for its finality.
Are the
Come
flags
with
a good
me.
color at least? Oh, we could do this thing I like. Here, hold on my hand.
Why? What?
Yeah, just walk forward. You'll like it.
I don't believe you.
Oh, come on, live a little. Live and
I'm
learn.
trying. It's just like
Oh,
hold up a hand.
yep. And I take yours, like, cool. And then I
Uh,
like move my skateboard ever so slightly, and now I'm like slowly rolling by next to you.
what?
I'm resting my feet for later.
By standing?
Exactly.
Okay.
You two make an interesting pair as you make your way through the campus and buildings. There's dioramas and competition, kids running back and forth. It is a very lovely time. And then you turn back and you see the Hall of Chemistry. And the first thing that catches your eye is the police officer standing at the door taking notes from somebody who looks like they work there. Someone in a lab coat, kind of generic scientist. As you look a little further, you see that there's a smashed window. The door looks pretty beat up. Stuff looks a little tossed around. And there's not a whole lot of anyone else around here.
The fuzz.
Squints at the police officer's hair. Yeah, I guess a little bit fuzzy. I want to take a look in there. You go be distracting, and just like as Tony's standing on the skateboard, just pushes them in that direction.
Wee! Radical!
90s tubular Tony, you get thrown or gently guided towards the police officer and the scientist. You both stop and just look as you start rolling up. Once you get close enough, the police officer will be like, "I'm sorry, son, the building's closed for the day. There's been a bit of a situation."
Oh, yeah, I get you, man. I just got like a quick legal question.
And he goes like, he's like half turned talking to the scientist, turns fully towards you. Yes, what can I help you with?
Now, as you can see by my sick wheels, and I point down the skateboard, I very much like to rough and tumble along the terrain. But what I don't know is, because I'm new here, I don't know what parts are sustainable or not for my weight and balance. Because, this is a very tricky thing. What things am I allowed to grind on?
Anything that consents. Sorry.
No, you two are a delight. These are sighs, but these are happy sighs. I knew you two would be an absolute nightmare together. I am loving every minute of this. I need you to roll me a charm.
Oh yeah,
Or
that's my bee's knees.
Or specifically, your trust me.
Oh
well,
yeah.
Actually, no. Trust me doesn't fit. It's just a regular charm.
Oh, yeah.
Or you can use one of your hunter's moves, which I believe in this would be a manipulate someone.
Oh shit! I have fucking hunter moves.
Yeah. So these ones I just popped up on your page for you. These are ones everybody has. So like if you ever get in a physical fight, you'll roll kick some ass. If you're investigating a mystery, you'll roll investigate a mystery. Help out, act under pressure. So just roll me a manipulate someone.
Okay.
Because you're trying to distract them.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. So the police officer, seeing that you are completely out of your element and you just literally went, "Oh hey, a cop," actually does start going into it and like, okay, so generally speaking, we don't like private property, and if you could avoid grinding on railings and things here outside of the skate park, we really do appreciate it. We have a brand new skate park just up there. When you're going,
taking out my little translation thing and start taking notes.
Generally speaking, most public places, We won't give you troubles. Try to avoid the main streets, if I'm going to be honest with you. I know that some of the guys who are assholes like to patrol over there. But if you're going down side roads and back alleys, 9 times out of 10 you'll be fine. Try to avoid doing anything too crazy in the middle of traffic. We don't need you to be run over. And
Of course.
as he starts going into this conversation with you, the scientist just kind of like, if you need anything else, just let me know. And he nods. And the scientist goes back in, and now you have an opening to get in.
Yes. Well, my dear Tony has been being a fantastic distraction. I wanted to try to just slunk my way over into that area and just
Okay.
take a peek-see.
So I'm going to need you to roll me an act under pressure. Because you literally have to, like, walk past him without the police officer noticing.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And then, because Tony is doing this for you, you can add a +1 to help do the roll.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm helping.
Yeah, you gave me 1 forward. Hell yeah.
God, I'm so good at video games, guys.
Oh, fuck yeah. I am invisible.
Doesn't even see or register you as you go in. You don't have the advancements yet, so it doesn't, because you just literally built your characters. But gosh darn, you guys, you get in there because he is just genuinely like, oh, this dude's going to go to jail if I don't help him, and he really doesn't deserve that. He's just some foreigner. And you make your way in, and with an advanced success, I'll say you're able to sneak in without the other scientist person noticing you. And what you see is a bit of a strange sight of carnage, where there are smashed displays, broken glass. It looks like something has barreled in through here, bouncing off of the walls and the buildings and things. Like there's a kerfuffle, but there's a strange point where about 3/4 of the way down the hall, there is a busted open door that is barely hanging on its hinges, and everything before that is pristine.
I just want to take my scrawny ass emaciated body and try to slither into that door without moving. Because you said it's like barely hanging on the hinges, right?
Yeah, it's open. It's not like hidden under the hinges or anything like that, or like it's shut, barely holding on. They've almost just got it. If it does fall off, it's propped up right there. And look, since you got such a good success and no one sees you, you get into this room, and you're greeted with a sight of a disaster. It looks like there was a chemistry set on the table, completely smashed, and everything spilled forward. You can see where they've literally mopped up and cleaned up the floor a little bit. There's some chemicals, the strange chemicals that are dried onto the linoleum, and like down the side of the work table and on the table itself. There's notes and things scattered around, things of that nature, but they're underneath broken glass and distraught things. And if you hear a noise behind you and you turn your head back to the door, and you realize as you look back that from the perspective of going out, that what broke the door down wasn't somebody breaking in, it was something that pushed its way out. But if you want more information, I'm going to need you to roll me and investigate a mystery.
Abso-heckin-lutely. Let's see. Well, not terribly sharp, but we're going for it. Oof.
Oh, fun! It's been a while since someone's failed one of those. Mark an experience.
Done.
So, you don't really find anything that is particularly useful here on site. The chemicals as they spilled muddled out all the notebooks. They're almost completely illegible for the most part. Uh, except for one thing that catches your eye, something that wasn't a handwritten in pen or in pencil, but actually embossed on the corner of the page. Though, like I said, it looks like it's been scratched out and it's kind of hard to read through the chemicals. You have Dr. Carter.
Dr. Carter.
Um, but that's all you have is just that name. You'd have to start asking people or poking your nose into places to go find information.
Have to interact with other people? No.
Um, and as you're like writing that down, you hear the sounds of footsteps out in the hallway.
Okay, is there any kind of like a closet or something in here? Table I could duck under?
There's several tables you could hide behind because they're the chemistry tables like you see in like a university almost.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple of cabinets. There's a closet, and there is a window. There are several windows.
Oh, well. Then it's time to make like a tree and jump out a dang window.
Roll me an act under pressure. So under Hunter move references, it's the top one.
Mixed success.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you do a price to pay. You're going to take one harm because you immediately threw yourself out of a window without checking what was behind the window, and the answer was hardened dirt. And you land a little funny. But nothing too bad. But luckily, no one sees you as you do that. You hear faintly from the window, it's like, I thought I heard something. Weird. Oh well. And you roll out the window, down the side of the ditch, and this is towards the back of the property. There is a set of woods behind it. You could probably walk around and go find your friend, quote unquote.
Friend is a strong word.
But he's useful.
He is very useful. He's so distracting. And so willing to just do anything a complete stranger tells him to.
that is a rare treat in this day and age.
Like the most suspicious looking complete stranger. Yeah, okay, I better take the long way around and go retrieve my flashbang.
And as you go to retrieve your flashbang, you start to get to the corner where you can see it, and you happen to look towards the woods, and you see something interesting. On a branch, roughly, like just a little bit above where you think it should be, is a piece of cloth. Tattered, torn, and there's a broken path into the woods.
Okay, make note of that later. Because I imagine Tony's probably taller than me, so I'll get him to go grab that. Yeah, and send him down the path first, so that whatever's in there kills him instead. Perfect.
To bounce back to you, Tony. Wonderful, sweet, beloved Tony.
I like to think as she's looping around and go, and that's when I said, "Sir, that's not my hydrochloric acid, that's my wife!"
I don't get it, but okay.
Oh, God. And that's why I never brought oranges to high school ever again.
I can understand why, young friend. Now, you do be careful out there. We had a break-in down in here last night, and there might be some unsavory sorts around. I wouldn't want anything to happen to a bright young lad like you.
Don't worry. That's what the skateboard's for. I can do this, and I just start slowly rolling backwards.
He's just laughing and shaking his head. Kids. And he goes back into the building to probably file a report or finish up with who he was talking to. And as he does so, and you look around, you find your wonderful new best friend walking up from the side of the building.
The unsavory sort that's hanging around.
At this point, I will stomp down on the end of the skateboard to flip it in the air and catch it mid-flip. It's like, man, I don't think the guy understood what I was talking about there for a second. I knew I should have spoke slower. Oh well, I'll learn. Hey,
You should probably get used to that. I don't think anyone's gonna ever understand you.
Wow.
Nonsense.
Sure. There's a thing in the woods. I want you to get it for me. Come on.
I don't know. Like, the woods aren't very good for skateboards. What's in the woods?
Loading wheel over their head. A totally radical ollie.
I get it. You're using words I know to try and get me interested.
Is it working?
You're making a valid effort to try and get to know me, and I appreciate that. Yeah, let's do it.
What the fuck? Yeah, let's go.
Jonathan never changed.
God, I hope you survive.
You should. I
It's
don't.
just a walk in the woods.
So you go to the place where you saw something had crashed through the woods, and you point out the scrap of cloth. And Jonathan, you are taller. You're built like a beanpole, at least in my head. But as you go to grab it, you're like, man, who wears something like? Is this from like a part of a hat? But you grab it, and it's cloth like you would see in a shirt.
Huh. You guys got some interesting clothing over here, man.
What do you mean?
Flat.
And then on it is what you find. It is actually a chunk of a lab coat, like the pocket of a lab coat. And engraved on it is, oh fuck, what did I just say his name was?
Dr. Carter.
M. Carter.
Oh. You guys, so this like is your guys like Abercrombie, Carter?
I don't know what that is. So yes. Like reaching up, making grabby hands for it.
Now what's the magic word?
Would you like to know the exact day and time that you'll die?
You're welcome. And I just Wait, how are you Kira and I'm Mikasa? Fucking what in the AO3 is going on here?
You have somebody who is possessed with infinite knowledge and the curse of the Q, without realizing what the curse of the Q is, and Tony the Hawk.
My beautiful himbo. Yeah, we'll examine that and learn firsthand the stuff that you just said.
Yep, it is M. Harker. This is very clearly a lab coat pocket. This is torn. There are footsteps. Actually, no. Roll me investigate a mystery, both of you.
Oh, well.
That's fun.
Terrible.
Because you're starting to realize, like, Tony, my friend, You've cut through a path in the forest to know when a person's cut through something and when a person who, or when an animal's cut through something. Something ain't right about this. Okay.
Hey, I got a 9. Hot dog.
Okay, so when you roll Investigate a Mystery, if you get a 7 to 9, you get a hold of one question. If you get a 10 or higher, you get 2. So the current questions you have are: what happened here? What sort of creature is it? What can it do? What can hurt it? Where did it go? What was it going to do? What is being concealed here?
Since you got the higher successes, you want to go first?
Sure. All right, let's see.
Can't believe I got a 9. Holy shit.
Yeah, we kind of nailed that.
Yeah, I'm so
High
good at
five.
video games, guys. Yeah. So good.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
I'll take it.
I think I'll go for what sort of creature is it and where did it go?
Okay. So where did it go is a pretty easy one. You can see as you look down this little tunnel, as you like wherever whoever walked through here with Carter, Dr. Carter here.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed to go down into the woods and towards the left. As you're the relative local here, you know that this area by the compound is mostly just a mixture of woodland and farmland. It's here on the edge of the city because it's brand new and it's the only space they had for when this happened.
Yeah.
So there's not a whole lot out there, per se, but there's also dirt roads where somebody could have had a truck parked there, came up through the woods, knocked Dr. Carter out, and carted him out. Wow. I just realized that connection. Okay. But when you look to see what sort of creature it is, because at this point you realize even that high, no person throwing a person over their shoulder is that big. Whatever happened here, whatever came through here, had a strange gait. You see humanoid footprints. Stuff that looks like at the very beginning, it looks like there were shoes. But as you get in, there's like human like big feet, and then these strange circular marks that start off with 4 indents, and the further in you look down before you go down further the path, it becomes 3. So it's big and it's walking on 4 legs. So it's probably a critter. Maybe a bear?
Okay.
And what question you want to ask, Aaron?
About this grizzly bear situation.
I love grizzly bears.
So the ones that are left are what happened here, what can it do, what can hurt it, what was it going to do, what is being concealed here.
Oh. There's a question Tony wants to answer, and there's a question that I want to, or not answer. There's a question character wants to ask, and a question Aaron wants to ask, and I don't know which one.
It's up to you, my friend. Tony is a reflection of you, so.
Ouch.
No, that's an accurate statement.
I meant more in the sense of how all role-played characters are reflections or aspects of us, whether how seriously or comedically we take them. I'm not saying Aaron's an airhead skater bro.
Far from it, actually. Haha. What's a skateboard? Anyway, I'm gonna ask, what is being concealed?
A good question. Good choice. So you notice your very smart friend who is doing things very well is looking at footprints. So you start looking around for footprints and things. And you notice in one of the ones that have, instead of the 4 finger marks, the 3, or the 4 circular, they have the 3. There is a strange little purple stain of some sort of goo. Just kind of sitting in one of the footprints.
Hey, this guy spilled
I'm sorry,
Kool-Aid.
what?
Hey, this guy spilled Kool-Aid.
What? Comes looks at it.
And you come and look at it, and you recognize this dried, stained purple formula that was all over the lab, and the desk floors, and the table setting. But unlike the stuff in there, which was very clearly dried and caked out, this still seems to have a liquid mass, but almost seems to, like, oobleck, a goo kind of texture to it.
God, I love a good oobleck.
God, I love an oob. It's a good oobleck, man. But this is evidence of maybe something happened in the lab. Maybe whatever happened is because of whatever this is.
Oh, sweet innocent Tony. That's not Kool-Aid. That's suspicious chemistry whiz biz. Maybe should put it in a cup still, though. Because that feels like evidence.
I'm sorry, I heard dildo?
What?
Am I insane?
Yes.
Alright. Moving on.
So I'd say one of you probably has a container of some sort on you, a plastic baggie from a lunch or whatever. And congratulations, you have gained a sample of ooze.
Could probably
Feel
mutate
like
some
we
rad turtles with this.
I feel like we should tell that cop guy about this.
Oh no, I left you alone for too long and now you think you can talk to police.
Well, I mean, he seemed alright. And this is kind of like a big whole path thing. It's coming from, like, the place he was talking about, so, like, investigations, man.
It is indeed investigations, man. I believe we usually call them detectives.
Yeah, but we're not detectives.
Not
I'm
with
just
that attitude.
I'm just like a cool dude, and you're a
Also cool, dude?
yeah, sure.
You
If you
took too
want
long
me.
to respond to that.
It's like a second, man.
Okay.
Well, now what?
I suppose we could follow this mysterious and suspicious path into the woods.
You could follow the mysterious and suspicious path into the woods. You could alternatively go back and find maybe some staffing records on Dr. Carter, or find someone who knew Dr. Carter. Get some more information on what he was working on before you blindly charge into the unknown.
I don't know about going down that path. I mean, I don't even have trail mix on. I haven't had lunch yet.
That's an excellent point. Let's go get lunch.
Yeah, ballin'.
Alrighty, we're gonna go get lunch. There are 3 places at the festival to get lunch. There is the food trucks alley, where there's like booths and they're selling all sorts of funky fried street foods. There is a cafe in the big glass atrium. And then over by where they have the farm animals, there is something called a dairy barn.
Ooh, we got good choices here. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm leaning towards the cafe because I could use a coffee. I am less jittery than usual right now.
Cafes are lame. Unless you're getting yelled at by the chef making your grilled cheese. It's not a good grilled cheese. Let's go to the food trucks.
Have you been ordering grilled cheeses at cafes?
No, from food trucks.
I mean, if we go to the cafe and you order a grilled cheese, you might still get yelled at.
Yeah, but I don't know. I can't do skateboard tricks inside. That'd be rude.
Yeah. That's a correct statement you just said.
Alright, so you're wanting to go one way, and I'm wanting to go another. We got a good way to settle this debate. You want a Rochambeau for it?
You know what? Yeah.
Alrighty, Rochambeau, I guess.
Alright.
How?
We're gonna go on bow, alright?
Okay. How do we do this in game, in media res?
Forget about it. Pick a heads or tails. Or actually, odds or evens.
Evens.
Fuck. Weast.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have the technology. We can roll a d2 and go odds or evens. Evens have been chosen. So you guys go to the cafe, and it's indoors. You go up to the counter. There's a barista, and she's like, "Oh, hi. What can I get you?"
Black coffee, panini, information.
Black coffee.
Can I have information of extra cheese?
Yeah, he has no brain cells, does he? Okay.
I think he lost them all on the concrete.
Wipe out there, man.
Oh yeah, and it was like only like maybe like top 17. It wasn't that great.
Fair enough. So a black coffee, a panini with extra cheese, and information. I'll get that right on it.
I don't know what a panini is. Sounds tight though.
It's like a grilled cheese.
Oh, God, I love this country.
It is not a Japanese dish.
But it's being made in Japan.
And you see on the menu board, like, there's a little bit of everything from around the world on the menu.
Yeah, all these are Japanese dishes because they're made in Japan.
That's not quite. You know what? Sure.
Oh my God. Okay, so you guys get your stuff. You settle down at one of the little booths in the cafe. It's a really nice little cafe. It's a little more closed in than the open glass. Like, this was here before they put in the huge giant glass installation. Because it's such a nice shiny day and it's a festival going on, it's a lot of people are just grabbing and going, so it's almost quiet. And out from behind the counter comes the waitress, or the barista, and she puts down a large black coffee for you. And in front of you, Tony, puts down what looks like one of the best grilled cheeses you've ever had in your life.
I'm in heaven. You know, when I was a kid, I was this close to making a robot that could make grilled cheeses. This close. But I gave up science for skateboarding.
No wiser choice was ever made.
Aaron, I will end your bloodline. Aaron. Aaron. From the bottom of my heart, I know where you live.
I've been in your house, I've shit in your bathroom.
We invite you over once a week. I'd hope so. I'd be concerned if you were shitting anywhere else. What the fuck are we doing? I needed this. Okay.
Inside, I did too. Oh my god.
Holy shit.
So you guys get your grilled cheese and your coffee. And the waitress comes over. It's like, so you're looking for information. What
yes,
can I
what
help
do
you
you
for?
know of a Dr. M. Carter?
The missing scientist guy. Latte, 3 milks, 2 sugars.
That's important, and I mark it down.
Mark down his coffee drink. He's been an employee, been one of the scientists over in the biochemistry area in the building back there. Heard from some of the other staff that he went missing and there was an accident back there. Hope he's doing okay. Have you heard anything?
I think it was a bear? Are
Don't
there
listen to
bears
him.
in the
He's a
area?
concrete sommelier.
I still don't know what that word means, but it sounds good.
Case in point. Do you know who worked with him? Was there anyone else working on research with him, or perhaps in the same area?
I know Keiji Otaro, and I should come up with another name. Hold on. Keiji Otaro was someone who worked alongside him for a while, for a good long while at least, but they just let him go a little while ago. Something about bad blood and temperamentality.
Hope he gets to feeling better.
She just smiles and shakes her head. Hold on a second. I am pulling up a name generator without pulling up a name generator.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. This episode is brought to you by AOL Messenger. The government can't watch you there.
Oh, I don't believe that for a second. Use our promo code Concrete Sommelier to get half off your Squarespace.
Fucking hell.
Do you two want a space that is extremely square? So symmetrical.
It tastes
and
like
then,
California.
If you're looking for someone who might have some more information, I don't think she's... Well, they might have called her in. Riku Asano? Or Asano Riku? I don't know. I never remember which way to read these. Riku should be able to help you out. She's been his assistant for the past couple of months on the project. She lives just not too far from here in one of the small apartment complexes.
She's gotta be devastated. Poor lady.
You're right, we should do a wellness check.
I think she'd appreciate that. I'd appreciate that.
Do you know what coffee Riku likes?
Chamomile tea.
Can we get one of those to go?
Sure. No problem. She vanishes back behind the counter. A couple minutes later comes out with a tea in a to-go cup.
Alright. Thank you very much. You've been very helpful.
She nods. And you guys go out and you leave the glass building, and it's not until you get past the windows and down the steps that you realize you never paid for anything. There was no exchange, you just ordered and got food, and no one thought that was weird.
It's like I like to think I walk like 50 steps. Like, oh, I forgot to write a check. I gotta go back. I don't want to steal a sandwich.
Yeah, I suppose we should go back and pay for stuff.
I fucking do kickflips and ollies as fast as I can back towards the panini shop.
You go.
Is there still a cafe here, or has it disappeared?
Oh shit!
There isn't a cafe there anymore. There is. Okay, so there's a cafe there, but it is very clearly not the cafe you were in. It is a small hole in the wall where a lady is serving coffee and drinks, and it is not the same lady.
I didn't even hit my head this time. What's happening here?
Tony, I need you to
Yeah.
hear me out for a moment.
Okay, it's kind of hard not to.
Is this a different cafe than the one we were at?
You know, I'm not the brightest light bulb in the toolbox, but yeah.
Oh no, you see it too. That's worse.
Yeah, you're getting weird jittery vibes. Whatever you're
Oh
tapped
wait,
into isn't feeling great about that.
oh, I know exactly how to resolve this situation. I
Leave
walk up.
immediately.
No, better. I walk up and pinch your cheek.
It hurts.
Ow?
You're still here, huh?
Yeah? Against my prior suggestion?
Well, that's all I can think of.
My face.
Ah, don't worry. It'll grow back.
What?
And you guys make your way to the apartment building complex that you were directed to. Um,
It is pinging me on my cellular device, you heathens.
You
heathens.
cellular device in the 60s? Holy shit.
Yeah, it's my fucking Walkman, man. I'm walking, man.
You have a Walkman in the 60s?
I don't
It is
fucking
it is 1960X. Super science is a weird thing. Walkmans don't exist yet, though. You make your way over to this apartment. It's a nice small set of buildings and rooms. You go up to the room. You knock on the door. Is there? You can knock on it.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hey, that's mean. You gotta do it like this. And I knock shave and a haircut.
And you finish that knock, shave, and a haircut as the door opens. And there is a relatively younger woman. I'd say mid-20s. And she's like, hello? Can I help you?
Hi.
Hello, we have brought you tea from a mysterious source in exchange for information.
They make a killer panini. We're used to.
She takes the tea. She's like, oh, you're talking about the tea shop just down the way over there, pointing in the wrong direction.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You said you need information? I don't know how I could help with that. And she starts to close the door.
I put my
You're-
foot in the doorway.
Uh, it's about your boss friend guy, man. Carter?
Aaron, my friend, this would
Yeah.
be a wonderful time to do a trust me.
Yeah, I was just about
Oh,
to.
it would, yeah.
Like, whoa. And it's like, firstly, hey, that's really rude. Like, secondly, it's like, okay, kind of have to be honest here. The shop where we got that tea from, no longer exists. For some reason, I was skateboarding and I fell on my face, and this person,
Oh, who fucking
got
cares?
recruited me to look at a hole in the woods made by a big bear thing with a purple goo foot stain, and we're trying to help find it because they're really insistent about it, and I'm just glad to have conversation. But more importantly, a guy's in danger, and we could probably get to it faster than the fuzz. Are you with me?
I need you to roll me a charm.
Yeah. Hey, it's a 7.
Okay.
Barely there.
So you barely skate into this, and she is not fully sold on this. But when you say purple goo, there is the flinch of recognition, and then she kind of hardens a bit, and she's like, "Do you have any evidence of this purple goo?"
Yes,
Yeah,
we are in
show 'em.
possession of goo.
More like dirt goo, but yeah.
And you show the sample you have, proof that it exists and that it is actually something. Do you show also with it the lab coat remnant?
I would not, but
I
I feel
would.
like Tony is an open book, yeah.
I even got his pocket protector.
Um, and that hardness, like the sharpness towards you, is aimed away. Look down at that and the recognition, and she opens the door and she's like, "Get inside quickly."
Don't have to tell me twice.
Oh, cool. Usually takes me weeks to get inside of a cute lady's house.
She gives you a look as you say that, but then shuts the door, locks it behind you, invites you in. And she would normally offer tea, but you gave her one, so she sits down and gestures to the couch for you guys to sit with her.
I
Shall
will
we
leave my
sit?
skateboard by the door on the inside, and I would sit down on the couch.
Take
And
off my sandals at the front door like a proper guest.
yes,
I realized I still have my shoes on when I'm sitting. I was like, oh, I take both my shoes off and throw them at the door. Sorry.
Tony.
she doesn't really seem to notice as she's looking down at this specimen in hand, and she's like, "Where did you find this?"
That's
Woods.
classified. God damn it.
The woods.
Yeah, like right outside where like the window broke.
Oh no. And she's like, "Oh no, oh no."
Are you familiar with the bear? Were you feeding it? You're not supposed to do that.
I don't know.
She looks at you funny and is like, I have no idea what you're talking about with this bear. I do know what this is, she says, holding it. We've made it before by accident, while doing our research. I don't know how much you know about Dr. Carter or myself or our project, but we
Not a damn thing.
but we are biochemists. We are studying to create formulas to help increase productivity and safety of livestock, which is why we work out of the science and industry place building, because they have the animal barns. If we need to have animals for study, it's easy containment and easy progress. We were working on a formula to help induce growth in animals safely so that more meat could be harvested without causing pain to them. It was one of Dr. Carter's lifelong dreams to be able to solve the upcoming food crisis, which was a thing back in the 1950s and 60s where people thought we were going to run out of food.
Yep.
For your information. We had done a couple of tests, and this in particular, she says, gesturing with this is a byproduct by accident from one of our experiments. The only way we would have more of this is if something happened, and I got a report of a break-in, and Dr. Carter's missing. Oh no. Oh no. Has anybody found him yet? Any sign of him?
Nope. Just happened last night.
We're working on that.
We are?
I guess.
You're the one leading this. I just kind of thought you were
Did
cool and weird.
did
I'm
any of
just
you
trying to keep the glass house from exploding.
did any of you touch this with your bare hands?
Nah.
Fuck no.
Hey, language.
Thank goodness. And she puts it gently on the table. This is a mutagenetic product that works rapidly with cells. The problem with this particular byproduct is that it is uncontrolled mutations. Not only did it grow our test subjects, which were small mice, into dog and cat-sized animals, it changed their physiologies, shaped them into something more. I'm worried that if you found this in a footprint outside of the lab, that Dr. Carter, or whoever broke in, got in contact with this material and may have already begun to change. How bad was the mess in the laboratory? I haven't been over there yet today. I was going here in about an hour or so.
You might not want to go over there.
Was it that bad?
Well, I can't imagine there's much to recover.
That is not good.
I have a question that might seem extremely strange.
Go ahead.
Were any of these not mice kept in close enough proximity to each other for you to observe what happened if multiple mutated creatures interacted?
We did do some basic testing. Unfortunately, specimens became very aggravated the longer they were exposed, so we were forced to euthanize them. We kept it secret, buried the bodies out back so no one would find out. Imagine if something like this got in the water supply.
Yes, the best way to keep things out of the water supply is to bury them in the ground.
We burned the bodies. I'm a scientist, not an idiot. And with our lab test specimens, we did minor injections. We didn't do a lab explosion, is what I'm guessing from the description. And it's not quite a full lab explosion, but it was pretty nasty. Yeah. If he's out there and he's contaminated and this happened last night, even if it was just an hour before they opened, whatever was left of Dr. Carter is no longer human out there and is potentially highly aggressive. Or whoever attacked him.
Blessings.
Carter got like any... Oh, the cop I was talking to, I think. There was the guy, he's got like bad blood with him, right? You think maybe he's behind it? Maybe? It's like one of them Twilight episodes?
Keiji? Maybe. I haven't. When he got fired, none of us have seen him in a week or two. I could see him angrily coming back to the lab and taking revenge or trying to get his job back, but it's hard to tell. Could have just been a random mugger. Could have been a scientist looking to sabotage or steal the work. I mean, with this, you can make yourself any kind of monster.
This is bad.
I know it would be much to ask, especially from a pair of literal strangers entering my house. Um, but if you think there's any way you could stop this or contain this before it gets too big, before he hurts somebody else, I'm with you 100%.
Pulls out a fucking gun and like it checks how many bullets they have. It's like, yeah, fine. Click.
Whoa, 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 whoa! You packing heat too? And I pull out my fucking Glock.
And you both turn to see the lady whose house you've entered without introducing yourselves, and she is frightfully pale.
Oh, don't worry. Safety's on.
Yeah, his safety's on.
I see.
That and the bullets aren't even in the gun. They're glued underneath my skateboard.
What?
Aaron, they would have tape.
I said what I said.
Okay.
Are you telling me that you have been grinding rails on bullets?
Oh, don't worry, they're covered.
Live ammunition?
It's not live. They don't walk around.
Oh, okay. Ma'am, I assure you, I know what I'm doing.
Just be careful. Oh, and wait, and she goes over to a pile of what looks like dumped work notes from that she brought home, and she scrounges around and pulls out a piece. It's like, I don't know if you'll be able to, but if you do, here's a formula that you could find to counteract the mutagen. It's not guaranteed to turn him back, but it might at least stop him from turning into something worse.
That feels
Alright,
like
cool.
a thing we might want, yeah.
Leave it to me. I take it and start reading it.
That is a bunch of chemical formulas, my guy.
Hey, I know the periodic table. I can do this.
Oh boy. Can I see
Hydrogen.
that for a moment, Mr. Bullet Board?
Oh, right. I never did, introduce. Hi, my name's Tony.
Riku, it's a pleasure to meet you.
I shake her hand vigorously. Righteous.
If there's anything I can help you with, let me know. I could get you in. If you'd like me to go with you, I could get into the labs and at least start to work on a formula while you try to track him down.
That sounds like a good idea. Let's go.
Yeah, you're the smart one.
She smiles and nods, grabbing her stuff and her work uniform.
Choosing not to take offense.
Choosing not to take offense because he's an idiot and she can tell. Sweet himbo, Tony the Hawk. And the three of you make your way back over to the Institute of Science and Industry Festival that is going on at the concert. I'm calling it the conservatory. Fuck it, it's the conservatory now. So it's at the conservatory.
I'm showing Riku my. I'm showing Asano my kickflips.
Nice.
Are there balloons around the exhibition?
Yes. There are more people here than when you left.
That's not good. I would like to take some of these balloons surreptitiously.
Okay. There's just a dude handing him out. So he's like, "Would you like a balloon?"
I would like maybe 5.
Ah, having a fun day. I understand. And he passes you
Heck
5.
yeah!
Heck yeah.
I'd like one
Hiroshima
for my
says,
skateboard, please.
jittery, anxious, not having a good time.
Well, enjoy yourselves at the festival.
You too.
I attach one of the balloons to the end of my skateboard. Now I can find it in case I lose it. God, I'm so smart.
Yep.
We'll say he gave him an extra balloon just for him.
I'm going to untie these balloons and release the helium so that I just have some balloons.
Okay. So you get the balloons, you walk by, and you catch back up to Riku as she's like, "Okay, I'll go in the lab, I'll start making the formula." You said the trail was back there. If you can track him down, I'll be able to find you quickly. I tend to take my lunch breaks out there. I don't tend to like people.
I feel
People
you, girl.
are cool though.
The woods are nice, but I'll get it working on some vials of the reversal of the formula. You go out there and you find Dr. Carter.
Rather than vials, do you think you could put it into these? I'll hand her the balloons.
She nods.
Wonderful.
And she goes into the lab. There's a marked surprise of the person who you didn't meet going, "Oh, hey, you're here early." As you two make your way down into the woods. La-di-da-di-da, you're following this trail which continues to get taller the deeper you get into the forest.
Into the woods to find the beast and hope that we won't be its feast.
Alex, what's your character's name again?
Urashima Kuji, though I don't think they've ever introduced themselves to Tony.
Yeah, that was what the introduction was supposed to be earlier, but then Akane took it, or Risu took it. So I think halfway down the woods, I don't like walking in the woods of total strangers. Hi, I'm Tony.
Hello, Tony. We've met.
Yeah, but I don't know your name.
You're probably gonna die today anyway. Can call me Urashima.
Not.
Yeah, probably. My name is Urashima.
You say, "Oh, he's probably going to die today," and you hear the whisper of the voice, "Not until 2023, motherfucker. This one somehow survives everything."
That's not fair. Urashima says to no one.
So wait. You said your name's... Well, what now?
Urashima.
That's kind of a bummer, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
What?
Why'd they name you after Hiroshima?
They didn't? Also, I don't think you get to make those comments, American.
Yeah.
Hey.
That was my great-granddad's thing.
Yeah.
Aaron, buddy.
Yes.
World War II was roughly 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That would have been
I
your
know.
dad's thing.
Yeah. Well, right. I say. No
You
worry. I
said
did
your-
look it up before I made the comment. Just misplaced an adjective. Excuse me.
As you guys are having this delightful conversation, would both of you roll me a read a bad situation?
Oh, good.
Roger. Roger.
Hey.
Mark an
20.
experience, buddy.
I love these pictures, man.
Um. So, as you're walking through the woods, Urashima, you get to ask one question as you're like, huh, we're walking straight into a lair where a mutant man is running around and we are not taking any precautions. The questions you can ask are, what's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? What's the best way to protect the victims?
I'm gonna go with, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Um, so as you guys are talking about the lovely topic of your names, up ahead, you hear a heavy breathing sound as something is nearby, potentially watching you.
Gonna
It
just like,
sounds bigger than a human.
yeah, elbow Tony like in the chest, and she's like, "Shh,
Ow.
no, shut up." How close does it seem like it is?
Pretty close. In fact, you might want to look up.
Slowly look up.
Craning overhead is by far the most horrific thing you've ever seen because its eyes and nose look like a human being's just enlarged. It has a large square jaw with two bottom teeth jutting out like tusks, like the bottom canines did. And the ears, instead of looking like human ears, um, are like an elephant's, but with the texture of human skin, and it is just staring down above at you. Congratulations. You found Dr. Carter.
I would like to jinx him.
And just so our lovely viewers can see at home, the wonderful Dr. Carter. I posted him in the chat.
Hey, what you looking at?
Behold the Manophant.
Manophant destiny.
Oh God. Now we have to play Oregon Trail, but with werewolves. Fuck.
Oh shit, that sounds so
Alrighty, go ahead and roll your jinx.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I get to hold one. Let's see.
Okay.
I think I can just hold on to that for now and actually use it in a more opportune time, right?
Yes. So we are currently entering a conflict situation because the Manophant is emerging from the woods and he's snorting angrily at you. So if you want to, you can really screw over Tony the Hawk. You could help Tony the Hawk or yourself. You could interfere with what a monster, minion, or bystander is trying to do, which is currently charge into you. You can inflict 1 harm on the target due to an accident. You can find the target finds something you left for them, or the target loses something that you will soon find. That is up to you if you want to use that now or later.
I think if it is like about to try to charge us, I would like to interfere with that.
Okay. So you see him like paw the ground with what looks like a single gigantic finger, and like lower his head to charge forward. And as he does, your hand goes out, and there is a sting. Like if this was an episode, there'd be a musical sting as you point out. And then there's a cracking sound as a tree falls down on top of him. And he is currently pinned down, but not
Holy
for long.
Holy shit, nature's gnarly.
Fucking run.
Okay, yeah, say I scoop you up in my other arm and start booking it.
He is surprisingly strong for a fella his size. I will have you both roll me and act under pressure as you flee. And I am going to roll something myself, and I will make it visible to you.
Oh god, I'm not cool at all. I'm kind of cool.
I'm so cool.
God damn, you are.
Okay.
You're so cool, Alex.
Urashima receives visions of every terrible thing that could possibly happen constantly, unfazed at this point.
So yeah, I'll say operating under that, you're running forward, Tony, and you start to trip, and you're about to faceplant with both of you in your arms. But with the help from Urashima, she like reaches out and grabs a piece of foliage that gets you back on your forward momentum as you both keep going forward. Unfortunately for the Manophant, he is not having a good time. He is still stuck under the tree, but now he is loud and he is vocal.
Okay, Una, what's the plan? We didn't really come up with that.
Not my name, but, what direction am I facing as I'm just under your arm?
I'm imagining I'm carrying you like Shrek carries Fiona.
Okay, so if I'm facing backwards towards where we came,
Yes.
can I just start shooting at this thing while he's running?
Roll me a kick some ass.
Hell yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Okay.
God fucking damn.
Urashima is so cool. What the hell? I didn't build you to be cool.
Oh no, Tony the Hawk's rubbing off on you. You fire off a round or two at it, and they seem to impact into the former Dr. Carter, and he cries out in pain and frustration. But then you hear the sounds of the log lifting, and your attempt to change fates is broken with that sting of music as footsteps arise as it gets back up onto its strange man feet. Tony, what do you want to do?
I can't protect someone because there's no harm being dealt yet.
Yes. So far that has been delayed around, so.
You're
I
welcome.
would like to Okay, I'm not magic. I'd like to read a bad situation, I guess.
That could work. You could do an act under pressure to try to, under the duress, remember how you got in.
Oh, right.
But if you want to take the time to read a bad situation and see what's your best way out, that is also a viable opportunity.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like. Oh no, wait. Actually, it's better for me to act under pressure because I'm negative sharp. Tony is a man of instinct, and not much else. So I will roll the act under pressure.
Damn. You can burn
Nah,
luck to make that a success.
Yes.
nah. I'm
Because
taking that on the chin.
how much experience do you have?
3.
Jesus, off of one
1,
game.
2.
I'm speed running.
Okay. So you think you know exactly the way to go, and you're following your gut instinct, and you're charging through the woods, and you're charging through the woods, and you're charging through the woods, and why
Alright,
isn't
we're
it
almost
coming
there.
out? Why
We're
isn't it
almost
out
there
yet?
at the break.
And you see an opening, and you get out from the woods for a moment. You think, oh, we're back on the facility. And you find yourself on a dirt road surrounded by trees.
Hey
Okay.
Tony, where the hell are we?
I'm sure if we just keep going, we'll get there.
Tony is having a panic attack.
Yeah, okay, I need to put you down, and I just fucking set you ungracefully down.
Oh, it's today. Today is when I die. Got it. Cool.
Nah, we're fine. Besides, elephants don't kill people. Wait, no wait. I remember
What
this
men
one episode
do.
of Animal Planet. I remember this one episode of Animal Planet. Oh god.
In the 60s.
Off in the trees, you hear approaching somewhere what sounds like a deeper pitched noise of a guy going, ah!
Okay. All right. Just stay cool. All right, come on. I can. I've been through these kind of situations before.
Can you skateboard on a dirt road?
It hurt a lot, but yeah,
It probably hurts less than being stomped on by an elephant man.
that's true. Fucking, oh god, hop on. And I took, and with a person on my back, I will attempt to skateboard down a country road.
Do an act under pressure for me, my good sir.
Indeed.
Let's see if we get another failure. Yeah.
We eat it immediately.
You eat dirt like 5 feet down the road.
Are you sure you don't want to use a luck point?
No, I'm taking it on the chin.
You still get the experience if you use a luck point. He face plants 5 feet down the road.
Yeah. It's like, oh fuck! Wait, because I'm carrying on my back, we both face plant.
No, you face plant. Hiroshima lands on you. That's why you're having a bad time. All right.
Face plant into your back.
Let's do the rolls again. See what happens. Oh, he's having a bad day. Damn.
God, wow.
Hey, look, if Tony and the elephant just keep falling over each other, eventually Urashima will just win, right?
The sound of the Manophant sounds further away, and you're not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because you don't know where you are.
God.
Okay, on the one hand, it's not immediately killing us. On the other hand, weren't we trying to protect the conservatory? That is not
Wait.
near here.
Wait, we were?
That
I
explains
thought
so much.
I just thought we were trying to get the man to the lab. Elephant lab man. Oh God.
Okay, let me spell this out. If we do not stop the man-elephant man, he is going to destroy the entire conservatory and probably the rest of the city while he's at it.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Welcome to where I've been all fucking day.
Okay. All right. No, we got this. We got balloons with formula in them all the way over there. Fuck. Okay.
Just run. Just start running.
Okay.
Running on nothing but black coffee and anxiety.
And a panini.
You got a panini.
That's your fault. I got more calories, baby. I can faceplant even harder.
Hot new weight loss routine. Face planting to burn calories.
Okay. All right, so
Billy
you got.
Mays here with concrete.
I'd say roll a read a bad situation to see if you can find your way out of the woods.
God damn it.
Don't worry, if you're failing, that means I'll succeed, right?
Oh shit! It does!
And
so
you're
fucking good at video games!
The universe maintains balance.
The universe maintains balance. Hiroshima will catch up soon enough. So you're just lost because you have no idea where the fuck this dirt road is. And you stand up from face planting back into the dirt once more, Tony the Hawk.
Epiphany.
And the collision has reset your brain again. So you're like, oh, the way out's right over here. Let's just go this way. Like, I'm assuming for the read a bad situation. Actually, you have 3 questions you can ask.
Yes.
Apologies, I've auto answered one for you, but
yes. So yeah, that was gonna be one of them. What's my best way out? What's the best way to protect the victims?
Deal with the Manophant in the woods.
And are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Wow, roll 20. You're just salty at me still. It did this the other night where I was just rolling ass on Wednesday. So the sound of the Manophant suddenly echoes out once you realize where you are and what you have to do. And it is coming closer to you as if it has found your scent once more.
Oh no.
That's fine.
All right. Look, okay, we gotta. I don't want to do this, but we can't let bro get out the woods. Otherwise, he'll just freak people out and make things bad. We gotta take this guy mano a mano. I'm gonna chip his fucking toenails, and I run into the woods.
Oh no. Oh.
Yeah, you're pretty sure this is the day you die.
Yeah.
Chip his fucking toenails.
So, ironically enough, as you start following him, you start recognizing the landscape because you were facing backwards. You're like, wait a minute. Wait, no, this is the right way. Wait, what? And you get to the clearing where you saw the Manophant for the first time. And as you get there, you see Riku there with 4 or 5 of the 5 balloons filled up. And she's like, oh, perfect timing. Have you found Dr. Carter yet?
Yeah, kinda. We shot him, but he's fine, I think.
He's probably about to find us.
And you say that, and lo and behold, from the other side of the clearing comes the Manophant in his horrific glory. Um, and he charges in, shaking his head, bellowing, and shock and fear dominate Riku's face. And she goes, "Here, use these. If you hit him enough, it should, in theory, counteract him, or we can at least calm him down. I think I've boosted it enough where I might start reversing the formula, but I'm not sure." And you guys get 5 chemical balloons, 1 harm, close, chemical tag.
Okay.
Mutative. And in comes the Manophant. So let's see. We'll roll a d4 and see what happens. Okay, Tony, it's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm number 1, right?
Yep, you're a
Yes.
critical failure, babe.
I bet you. That's what I'm calling bad. Critical failure.
Oh yeah, all the ladies call me Nat One.
Alright. I would like to attempt to kick ass.
Okay, let's see how you kick the ass.
Preferably with a balloon.
The best tool for kicking. God.
Oh no. So Tony, you run up to throw a balloon, and the Manophant catches you by surprise, dealing 2 harm as its weird nail hand smacks into you down into the dirt, the balloon bursting in your hands.
Take my sliver popped with the balloon.
And you have 3 people you can pass it off to. You can pass it off to the NPC that's helping you, you can pass it off to Urashima, or you can pass it off to the Manophant.
I'd like to pass it off to the Manophant.
Yeah.
Also, do I gain my improvement now or until after?
We'll go after. Let's see if you survive this. Hold on.
Improvement is for survivors.
I'm a survivor. I'm a believer.
With these rolls, maybe not.
Let's see. Well, this isn't how it's normally done, but I'm having shenanigans with this. The Manophant raises up to hit you, and its foot slams down inches from your head, leaving it like almost a 6-inch crater where it misses you.
You're in the wrong profession, doctor.
And the eyes look down at you, and there's a little bit too much human intelligence behind them with that look.
I'm
Alright.
peeing right now.
Urashima, we're gonna pass it to you.
Okay.
Universal rule of cool. Let's see if we can get this to work.
Ooh, okay. Trying to figure out if there's anything I can do to try to save fucking Tony, because he gets hit, he's fucking dead. He's doomed.
Throw a balloon in his face. Maybe it'll help. Or you could protect somebody.
We're gun.
Or gun. Let me... I guess I'll roll to balloon this guy.
Okay. roll a kick some ass, and let's see if we can.
Jesus Christ.
Alrighty. Like, he is so focused down, he's like about to starts a bellow, and you throw the balloon, and he swallows the balloon whole. And there's a. And he like takes a step back off from Tony, like. Because, let's be fair, if you had a balloon shoved down your throat and you weren't expecting it, especially full of tasty, tasty chemical. I'm just going to mark that down. Okay.
Did I win?
He is backed off of Tony. You have successfully landed one of the balloons. Let's see what the scientist does. Oh.
Posted a meme.
Oh. Okay, Aaron. Fair enough. And Riku takes one of the balloons and throws and smacks it, and it lands center in its face, and he gives a cry, and it just starts shaking, and then his whole body starts twitching. He's getting pretty close. And then we're going back to the top of the round. Who would like to go first?
I have an idea.
Yeah, what's your ideal?
Alright. So, Elephant Man is morphing, correct?
His body is shifting and shaping, yes.
Like Gumby.
I would like to attempt to make a charm roll.
What?
Okay.
As I get up closer to things, like it's the Carter, right?
Dr. Carter, yes.
Okay. Doc Carter, hey, things are gonna be okay. This experiment's bad, but it's gonna get better, alright? When it's all done, we're gonna get your usual latte. 3 milks, 2 sugars. Don't fucking... Come on, fight it, man! You're not an elephant. You're a real boy. You're a real boy.
Tony, I love
you. Manipulate someone.
Do I get a forward?
Get a forward, but for fuck's sake, Aaron.
He remembered his coffee order.
He remembered his coffee order.
I wrote down the coffee order for this specific instance. I knew it'd be helpful. My trope senses were tingling.
Who really is the one who could see the future?
So, for the forward thing, do I put the plus sign down?
+1.
Okay, +1. Got it.
Mm-hmm. What?
So
I wrote a 0!
How?
Wait, what?
Okay, you just needed to put the 1. You didn't need to put the plus.
Oh.
So, I'm going to have you re-roll that. We're not going to count that.
It's just like, the plus sign really confused.
Yeah. You didn't need to add 1 in the box. You just needed to add the 1.
Eh.
Hey, okay. Jeez.
Normally this is where I'd ask for you to show a way that you mean it, but for some reason you know his coffee order. So he starts to calm down more. And you can see that rage in his pupils is dialing back down to, at very least, closer to a normal person's eyes. So you think it was successful. Maybe.
Quick, I want to watch Pinocchio once. Help me.
Urashima, what do you do?
Balloon?
Balloon.
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 Successful balloon.
God damn.
So, with 3 successful bombings of the chemical reagent, you hit him smack in the face, and he cries out, and then there's a cry of pain as his body begins to shrink from the literally elephant-sized man-shaped thing down, down. His one-fingered forearms grow multiple fingers that seem to jut out from his forearm and slide back into place. His feet grow toes, though his back feet don't change too much. The worst part is when you hear the sounds of the spine going from the equivalent of an elephant's back into a human's, and the compression and distortion of that is not a pleasant sound. His ears shrink back to normal human-looking ears, the tusks recede into his lip, and passed out, ass naked up to the world, is Dr. Carter in the mud.
Can I throw another balloon at him?
Sure.
It's our last one.
This horrifying transformation sequence. And then just
Plop.
splash.
He turns into a man scorpion.
Oh no!
No, I'm kidding. Nothing happens.
Oh god, a Morphean. Just like the prophecy foretold.
Riku rushes out, throwing a coat over him from out in the woods, pulling him up to his feet. He's barely conscious, but he's able enough to stand. She's like, "Thank you. Thank you so much. This would have been disastrous without you two."
Unfortunately, I know. You're welcome? Hey Tony, you okay? Yeah, yeah. I can see that.
Let's look at Tony's stat sheet. How many hits did you take? Ooh, you were getting close there. Did you take into consideration the harm of when you face planted?
You did not assign me harm.
Oh, I did not. I did not assign you harm. I thought I did. Oh well.
You did not.
No,
Well, not
I
worry
think you
about
got
it.
away with that one.
You got away with that one. You'll get away with this time, Tony the Hawk.
Oh, Tony the Hawk away! I need to change pants.
But you both are fine. And you get him back up. The police officer you saw earlier is back out front interviewing the dude. Sees her walk out from the woods with, the missing professor. And they get him in, set him down. An ambulance comes bouncing down the hill to come get him. And everything seems to be going to normal. Do you two stick around to answer questions, or do you bounce? Because who's going to believe you about a Manophant?
Oh, definitely going to evade any question asking. Tony.
Hey, Mr. Cop Man, I would, but like I peed in the woods. I need to go change my pants.
He laughs inside. He's like, "You did a good thing today, kid. You'll do fine here. Now go change your pants. I can smell it."
Me too.
And you go
I just sadly skateboard away.
You go back inside. One of the people from the chemistry building leads you inside where they have a spare change of just like gray work pants. It's a chemical lab. They have backup clothes.
Probably should just burn that pair of pants. It's seen too much.
It gets put in the biohazard waste bin. It's fine.
That'll work. Man, that's a fancy laundry hamper.
Oh, this is where we usually put it when we've dissected too much stuff and we have to throw it away. Anything that comes from a body goes in the red bin.
Gnarly. I need a panini.
Good luck. The cafe we got it from is gone.
And
But
with
we didn't go to the food trucks.
and with that, you two go to the food trucks. One willingly, one not so willingly. Though I will say for you, Urashima, the visions you had of the building imploding or exploding are getting destroyed. No longer are present as this is going to happen today in your head. They're not
Well, that's good.
they're not gone, just not today.
Yeah, well, isn't that how it goes?
Isn't that how it goes?
Just another day on the knife's edge.
And with that, this one was a really short chapter because I didn't really get time to refine it, and half the stuff I had did get refined for it was for the old crew. It involved characters they were going to meet and regularly interact with up to this point. So, we're done. Thank you for playing. Thank you for listening, dear listener, into the future. I don't know who you are, but we'll find out at some point because somebody will be like, what was this? This was just crack cocaine. And we will
But what
see.
delicious crack it was.
Oh, it was so much fun. And to all of you, I wish you a wonderful, glorious evening.